guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a tutorial on this phoenix look, my Rise of the Phoenix. So I had a lot of fun making this. If you want to see how I did this step by step, then just make sure you keep watching. And if you haven't already, make sure you click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my future videos. Alright, so starting out this tutorial, I'm just going in with a basic foundation all over my face and neck. Now I'm going in with a single shadow from NYX. This is the Butterscotch Caramel shade. I'm just starting in the outer corners, really wanting to make some movement, very bird-like features going on. The phoenix is a bird, so yeah, bird-like would make sense. But yeah, this is like the base yellow first, and then I get gradually darker just to make the shading transition nicely. Next I'm going in with my orange shade. This is a powder shadow, but it also is shimmery, so it wasn't as pigmented as I wanted it to be. So I had to go over it several times to get it to the pigmentation and opacity that I would like in this look. The red I knew was going to go on top, but I still wanted that transition from yellow to orange to dark red. So it took a few times, but eventually I got it. And you just want to make sure that you're doing the swooping out motion because you're wanting to create movement. You're wanting to create the center of the face to be slimmer. So that's why I'm going down with a line. And then out towards the eyes, you want it to kind of feather out. That just gives it a bird-like feature without actually making a beak. Next I'm going in with my red shade. I'm starting out at the temples because I know that area would be the most opaque, so I wanted to make it darker there and then just blend out towards the eyebrows because I didn't want to go too heavy in the eyebrow area at first because I still was trying to decide how I wanted the design and shape to be, but I knew roughly I wanted it to fan out and then come to a thin middle. So it just took a few times of feathering stuff out, kind of deciding how I wanted my shape to be. So here I am just feathering up the red from my brows to give a feathered appearance. Feathering to feather. Makes sense, right? So when I decided I wanted to do a phoenix, I started looking up reference pictures, and Jordan Hans's video popped up, and I really liked the way she did her collar. So I took some inspiration from that and decided to recreate the collar, even though I knew most of it was going to get covered. I just wanted to play around, see if I could do it. This was my first time doing something like that, so my feathers weren't as good as I would want them to be. But like I said, most of it was covered anyways by my costume. So this was more for fun. So if you wanted to do this look without a big crazy costume that like what I made, you could do something like this. And like I said, this was inspired by her look, and I had a lot of fun with it. So I'm just taking some orange face paint. I do kind of change the shape. I give myself a jawline because I have a double chin, so I don't have a jawline. You've seen me do this with some of my other creative makeup looks. It just helps your girl out, alright? Give it that contour, okay? So now I'm using NYX's Strictly Vinyl Eyeliner in Hazy. I use this to create the feathers all along the, I was going to say collar, but it's actually my neck and collarbone area, although my collarbone's probably hidden. A good tip when you're doing feathers like this is to make sure you do the ones at the top first, because those ones are going to be overlapping the ones that are at the bottom. trust me, it makes a difference. And I tried to not do the same shapes for all of them to make it look more realistic. It was kind of hard though. I noticed, I was like, man, I'm just doing the same shape over and over again. So I started to try to do really off the wall feather shapes just to make it look a little bit different. I think it turned out okay. So the next part, I started off a little too heavy at first, but as I got going more, I started getting better at it. I am just shading underneath to give it the effect like 3D, so it makes the feathers look more realistic. They're standing off the skin, so it's not just flat and matte. It gives it, dimension. But like I said, I started off doing it a little bit too heavy. It doesn't look too bad at the end because I started, getting a little bit better at it. But like I said, this is my first time doing something like this, and I just wanted to practice with it because I knew it was going to end up being covered. But, the only way to get better is to practice. Next, I'm going in with NYX's Vivid Brights eyeliner in Vivid Fire. I am using this along the jawline to make a sort of, I guess, lacy looking collar, just so there is a bit of not the separation between like collar and neck, just to make it flow a little bit more. And I also do some dots around the feathers with that. Then I'm going back in with that NYX Butterscotch Caramel just to give it some more color around the edge. Going back in with Hazy from the Strictly Vinyl eyeliner, I just kind of paint a little bit on my eye and then I do the whole look up trick because I am going to be doing a very dramatic, very thick eyeliner that is going to be covering my whole lid. Continuing with more bird-like features, you just want to make sure you extend the outer corner and follow your eye shape to try to get it the most even, but sometimes it just doesn't work out that way, so you just got to take it slow and get it as close as possible. Using NYX's Glaze and Confused Eye Gloss in Bad Blood, I am going over the eyeliner area as well as going over the lines around the eyebrows and down the nose, just to shade them out a little bit more so they're not so sharp. I also go in around the eyebrow area and just feather out, make this area a little bit more distinct, kind of like, I don't want to say evil queen, but I don't know, a very powerful, like striking eyebrow feature.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Okay, so I can't believe I spilled half the bag trying to get it open, but now I'm just adding some red sequins in the, I guess, high cheek point? I don't know really what you'd call this. I mean, it's like cheekbone area, but I'm doing it more heavy, the sequins around the eye, and then kind of, it's not really a contour because it's up higher than where you would contour, but I'm fading it out towards the nose. Starting off, I'm using NYX's Liquid Suede Liquid Lip in Kitten Heels. This is the first shade I'm putting down, but this is not the final lip look. Although if I wanted to keep it with just this lip color, it would have been fine because this color is really pretty, but I wanted it to be a little bit more dramatic. So I'm popping on these red feather lashes, and I just want to show you, look how much more dramatic and put together the side with the crazy lash looks. Yeah, my double chin, crazy faces, that's me. But I just think it looks so cool. I was so happy I picked this kind. And because I can't do any look without a little bit of highlighter, I'm just popping on the you know, a little button of my nose, around my eyes, cheek area, middle of my forehead, just to give it a little bit of pop. Using NYX's Femme Fatale from the Strictly Vinyl Lip Gloss collection, I am outlining the outer edges of the lips with this dark color, and then I blend it in to give it a sort of ombre effect because it's a little too dark right now. So that is the finished look for the beauty and face aspect of it. Now I'm going in and painting my hands black for them to blend in with my costume to make it look like it is the burnt area of the body. Alright, that is the finished look for my Rise of the Phoenix. I had so much fun making this video, you guys. I'm not gonna lie, the first video was a little bit different, but I deleted some of the files. Worst feeling ever. Luckily, I didn't delete the Phoenix part because that would have literally been the worst thing ever. It took a very long time to get all this together, but I had so much fun, like I said, making it. I really enjoyed this one. I hope you guys can tell I put a lot of work into it, and I hope you guys like it too. If you did, please make sure you smash that like button. If you're not already and you enjoyed, also hit subscribe. You know, it lets me know you like what I'm doing. It's free, so why not? And I believe that is everything I have. So thank you so much for watching, and a big shout out to my brother for helping me film this. His channel is Redland Ranger. I will put his link in the description below. As always, thanks again. Bye!